better so yeah, dream home. And engineer Lawrence joins us again. We actually started this series 3 weeks ago, and today we are, continuing. Dicey in our foundation and here, Bibi Obeyo Abrabumbiano foundation is very key. Say when your foundation here, whatever you do in no, Pascal. Yempese be Pascal nti yebeto so expensive shortcut in construction. We continue our series. Engineer Lawrence, welcome back.
Thank you.
As I say, the Jume credit is okay home. Says your co-host. Ako.
And then she said,
why a co-host?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. And today we are talking budgeting. When it comes to foundation, I think last week we looked at the right way to do it. Now let's talk about Sikasem budgeting. Yeah. So from your experience with Air Foundation budgeting, I want you to share some of your experiences when it has to do with budgeting about Air Foundation here with us.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Koda, thank you for having me.
Right.
We are drawing the curtain down on foundation.
Right.
And as we are drawing the curtain, we need to talk about budgeting.
Right.
So, you can't say foundation, I will say, yes, say, say plans are yet the total aquarium, say, obey any ye, say, when any ye, a cow be born yard. Say, no, I will say a share, no cost, Nankasano at the same. But my experience was foundation budgeting, mono. I see, say, many homeowners feel that the foundation eats into their budget.
Right.
Yeah, in pen bibrino, your foundation now, I'm going to say assassination. Why am I spending so much? But I'm saying now that is the most important stage of construction. Yeah. And in my experience, I've realized the soil type, sometimes a pushy or foundation, cost no quenim.
Right.
Now, last week we mentioned that the foundation should be in a range between 15 to 25% of the overall cost.
Right.
So you bear in mind, right? In my experience, most of the budgets I've done for foundation, where most of the buildings are it falls within that range, right? So when the soil is too poor, it moves to about 30%, right? And we have waterlogged areas, and so and also a foundation no cost, and also because we will be using so many different techniques in ensuring the foundation is solid.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, so say, how do we estimate a material and labor cost? Say, everyone's will be a foundation. I'm sure there is a way. Estimation.
Yeah.
When we say, okay, at that way, foundation should cost me about this. I think last week you gave us a fraction bit.
Yeah.
Say at that cost you say at least about this amount should go into the foundation. So maybe we can look at a estimation, labor and a material cost. Yeah.
Okay. So just because we are dealing with homeowners, technical people,
exactly.
From my experience, I'll give some tips,
right,
so that we can be able to know, say, foundation cost we are the is it too much? Is it outrageous? And I say, is it too low, or it is within standard cost for foundation? Now we start with excavation. Excavation, because we are looking at a two-bedroom house. So soil test and necessary, when we are looking at such buildings, apart from story buildings. So we start with excavation. For a two-bedroom house, excavation, should cost you within between 2,500, to 3,000, right? for a 2-bedroom house.
2,500
cities, yes,
3,000 for excavation.
For excavation for
and
a 2-bedroom
house.
Usually a manual for normally pickers no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
In the car ne baba ye. Because obi excavation or just excavator ne baba ye.
No. What do assassin so we know. Ya bought setting out no. In fact, we start with a setting out. And I'm friend profiling no.
Yeah.
Ya bought profiling we no.
Yeah.
Then excavation no so I started.
Profiling ne ni amodi ahoma.
Ya di ahoma ne board. Ya di ahoma ne board abono. Eno na be kire a dino grade lines na wo mu ni nyina be a wall be fe bia ya market board ne so. Nti eno na mbe gina so na mo de tu amona no.
I see.
Right. Excavation no, I mean that is within that cost. Now we are near about foundation concrete. Foundation concrete, from my experience, when you are looking at a 2-bedroom house,
yeah,
right. In Pembebre, you call for a bill of quantities from your contractor, or the bill of quantities in the bar. Wo as homeowner no, the person who say bill of quantities not the abana cement to do within and I say out, right?
And how do you do that?
Yes,
because you are not a technical person.
Yes, so I'm coming to give you some tips.
Right.
Oba blocks do a bit me a foundation. So for instance, blocks in 1,000, or say blocks 1,000 a bit me a foundation in our foundation. We go by courses. Depth na assassin trenches in the back.
Yeah.
And on the betre o courses are dodo albeto. The blocks one course 2, 3, 4, 5. So a standard height, about 4 courses.
4 courses.
4 courses.
And only for standard dying and just a story building.
Standard dying. And France about 2 across from.
Yeah.
Not to say piazza and so say a dan be pija if you as so kakra. Right? Because after that you be landscaping near dinti, you be feel so kakra na say I'm be master a dan and form. Right? So I take 4 courses as a standard.
Right.
Until when you have 4 courses no say 1,000. That means you per se 1 course be a blocks do Efa. Right? It is 1,000 as a 4 courses. That means you divide 1,000 by 4.
By 4. Yeah.
We divide it by 4. Then you are getting 250.
Yeah.
To 250 nature say 1 course be a blocks do 250 and it trust our 1 course no. Ye o blog in the line no baby a hall there bedrooms there kitchen there near the no. What you say? Now per my experience no foundation concrete no cement do a ebeko concrete ni mu for every 500 blocks biano. 500 blocks biano. Yeah, around 27 bucks.
Around 27
bucks.
Yeah,
right.
Plus or minus.
Yes, plus or minus. So right. I mean, it depends. It depends on a dino seni city, right? And as I said, so a better concrete in the Kessia, a be near the. And also be affected cement no do no. Right. But on an average per experience, you should be expecting cement between 27 to 30 or something of that sort.
It is about 40 there, not just.
Yes, intino mebaho. Right. Intino mebaho. It say 2-bedroom no 1,000 blocks. That means you should be expecting close to 50 bucks.
50 bucks. Yeah.
A better concrete will be good from. Right. Until now will be sabibi.
Let me say say you have a 2-bedroom, 1,000 blocks. So we are expecting about 50. Now or cement to 70.
Okay.
Then I can be suspicious.
Yes.
Right.
Until I say to 70 until we know what we dream no. I say to 70 and when we say no cement too much. Either say or be concrete need too rich.
Yeah.
And as a cement be too American if you side for.
Ebenya spikes. Interesting. But near ye can ebi share. We will see 5-bedroom. We are using a 2-bedroom as our case study. Inti ebi a 5-bedroom no because it more. No because say I'm sure Max TV. You say yento 50 for foundation there.
Yes.
Because of the 2-bedroom structure na ye building. Inti ni ye use so ano. Inti
yento aso. Ne yan share blocks and so.
Right.
The blocks they say who say blocks in here 1,000.
Right.
Blocks there, you can easily just calculate one block, maybe as 6 inches in each. Yeah, you so 9 cities and 10 cities. You just multiply and get the total amount of the cost. Now let's look at cement. Do a bit me lays 1,000 blocks. No?
Yeah.
Right. For 6 inches, no, one bag be one bag. It me lay 6 inches, about 35 to 40 blocks.
Cement
bag could be 6 inches, no. It may lay 35 to 40 blocks. So if you have 1,000 blocks to lay, you just divide by 35. The list. You divide by 35, then you get the number of cement bags at the outer blocks. No. And he said, Wakacho say 350 blocks you divide by 35, you get 10 bags.
True.
A bit me out. 1,000 you just divide by 35. Then you get whatever number. And also, I was say a doubt. Almost 2 blocks in no blocks there. Ubet me the when you first the almost to 200 blocks. 200 blocks. That's divided by 35. You should expect and some number of cement bags are used to that day. No, Ocean say a double of that number. No, if you cite her, then you should. Be concerned.
These are technicalities we take for granted, and by kind courtesy of because hey, and I'm for actually condemn at you, but it's good. Knowledge there, also bet me impacting to other people. So 35, any be divided. Who the number of cement I be used to the 2 air blocks. No, it is 1,000, like you said, I divide by 35. If it's 2,000, you divide by 35. That's when you can do that cement air block ratio.
Yes.
All right. So say share unexpected challenges foundation you bet me encounter. You know, say foundation BB bet me is we start here in Suato assign your money at the. So let's look at practical unexpected challenges during the foundation stage in a bit right?
Yeah, okay. So see down bia and as a bill of quantities bia, we have what we call the contingency. Contingency, you know, and then I take care of all these unforeseen circumstances. I mean, in my ACC or site, unimu wasem. Baku, say, excavation, no waka buewie. Na omodru site, wama started to no makwakoto ebo rock pa. Ewa asenase. Eno no obi enim say ebo asenase.
Sir.
Now, also why you the budget abroad now we see what you say you have about 60,000 to spend on your foundation. If you don't have that allowance for a contingency, that means you start, you know, challenging your contractor. And also, this shortcut here. So, what you say, BBA Timisi was me about 10% of this cost. At the Honoma, the ABCBR, or Semitimico, Namikoyi, Namede, Ayewa, Nese, that Ubia Hombetono, right? When you push the contractor to the wall, Sana, none also finding means BR also, or the better Seneca. Right? Tomo to boss, and that means I will say almost try no more pipes are born, which is time. And then, you know, there are more effort. So, BB is a challenge, right? Baby, so a Honoma. Assassin layers, no. Sometimes you cannot determine the water table. Nankasana assassin, a assassin. So sometimes you start excavation. Now you won't say wakakotuns you. Wakakotuns you.
And the taisi.
And probably you know what people do instead of digging deeper, they rather dig shallow. Sebeya in Sunomon San Kakra. You dig deeper. Sebeya obekwakoto another layer or where den kakra. Right? O dig shallower. That means you are not going by the standards.
Right.
By our codes. Right? So that means our foundation concrete would need more cement.
True.
And then even waterproof cement.
And the type of cement may even change.
Yes. So those changes would be affected.
Right.
That would, and also a challenge the costs and also a bit cost. So you should expect these things assassination.
Yeah,
I mean the foundation.
Right. I was here, my name Engineer Lawrence Agbenoku, right?
Yes.
Say you did my practice.
We say we try. I can't kusi. I say they don't bowling, you know.
Oh, Agbenoku.
Yeah, wait to me, Aka. Well, yeah, then they come on. We are looking at expensive shortcuts when it comes to construction. It's a series. We actually started 3 weeks ago. This is the third one, and then share a kasika and budgeting. You know, estimates near the other, and some of the challenges. Share tools and then be a software, sir. A bit me a boy, need me a budgeting ye. There's some softwares, need tools be a bit me use so the your budgeting ni sikasem ni ade to monitor sign you mean as a professional if there are some tools I obey me am I you be.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so manually, you know, you use spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet.
Right.
We have the taking of sheet, work material and labor, no. You know, spreadsheet and so.
Yeah.
But other softwares like Cost X and then Plan Swift and so on, you know, we and also I mean, you pay to use it.
A paid software.
Yeah, paid
all
software.
Right.
So if for very big institutions or firms, you know, more edumano eso, so they use these softwares. But for say 2-bedroom, I mean, I'll just manually use the Excel sheet to, you know, get your bill of quantities for you.
Right.
And that is what we use. And as spreadsheet, and so F1MR, to me, share the estimated costs and then the actual cost. And you know, say bill of quantities be provisional.
Sir.
Provisional until say I could draw site one when these conditions are a bit me my budget no assessor. Right. So these are some of the tools you use to.
Fantastic.
We
are coming to the end of our conversation, but before that, I want to find out, sir, is there any, you know, machine beer, Ejumana and only bit me, I can say we are within a standard practice, and because the reason why I'm saying this is if you go to some of these prime areas, the way we see dino different from certain areas.
Yeah.
I'm talking about machine tools use your standard machines equipment tools you see Diana and the normal hand thrower or I want to find out.
Yeah, so for instance the concrete mixer for concrete mixing we use concrete mixer na a bois ma mxe. Yes, am I do content one. One so my mix
materials
the aggregate ni
yeah
ahwea mboba cement in nsuo.
Yeah.
Ebi mo de omobo platform na mo de omonsa na mo and it meets state ahwea kra efra concrete no. Right? Internet that is not a good practice. Usually we recommend say you use concrete mixer for our concrete mixing near our site. Then again about compacting and so yeah feeling na wie na e wo say ye bobo so no
e be use machines e be use
edua normal bobo edua bi ebi mu edu bi na omo de bobo pam so we recommend that you use at least the plate compactor right na o de afaso compacting and so no obeye no in stages o fele kakra na wa compact wa fele kakra na wa compact so that you can achieve 100% compaction rate.
Interesting. Education way but it's all good. How do we stay within budget? That's my final question. How do we stay within budget? Say your foundation tools in the and as a softwares in the and is there any other way you bet me follow and our procedure be able to follow but might stay within budget during the foundation stage
Okay. So to stay within budget I would say sir you first need your bill of quantities. Without that bill of quantities you don't even have a budget to stay within, right? So you have a bill of quantities. And then 2, you should also always check site activities nafa relate budget na ye the amount no bill of quantities no right that is a constant checking every day bia we say we check it and niema omo yusu and niema akoso site wo now they ahwe eboa a share saa niema ne so no activities na akoso no now they are checking right until that means that oh yes I know say o budget no o hwe say and there ade ye na ne de ya say ya dibetu ya no pepepa na ko cost rope then you should be alarmed yes by the time I realize it after a week no na
which double the amount mustatis and we use no
yes and then also you should make sure say you are working with professionals eduma no mo ye no say who you sue more unprofessionals are ema obo ne kosro because
wastage is crowd ebi wa ebia ade na so ye no not more than bebre no say no
wastage is bebre and then okono okosia problem bi was site one more ohun how we solve it so we say no we use so much materials or their yes or their service our problem meanwhile nanka a professional would have used a better way to do that so the maintenance costs, when you work with professionals and they do standards, they work by the standards, you avoid maintenance costs. That is about 5 to 10 times a jumana hour. Once you are able to avoid that, then you are working within budget. That I can say that. Working
interesting. All right. Yeah, the best here. But any word of advice, final advice to builders, any future builders?
Okay, today we end the foundation with this budget. Obi wo when you start here, when they can always refer to your social media handles. Na onko start no ntie na ye bebia ye dia besi obeti ase sene ye be ya on boboka ewo the foundation na oyo nyame ya adoma ye beto aso next week nso ye be to aso ne yakọ edan ye pagya ekosoro na say
ye
foundation ya cast so etino omo koso na omo engage professionals na esa na ma wodwuma no so tema
interesting
the professionals would do all the work for you right
no be person ritual
that is my
contact details because if you be till or share or say the way I brand or new me person handle me project
person from no tia me cry
obi frewa no akai me 10%.
All right see open say o reach me na me be hwe adwuma ma o metimi abehwe wo sites amount ya hwe you best start with drawings and budget bibia ne construction ankasa no my number is 0241 645413
right
0241 645413
fantastic and he is active on social media very very active on social media Lawrence Agbenoku searching
Facebook
on the Lawrence Agbenoku in the whole Ghana right
yes I think so.
So when you search for him, you'll find him and he'll be able to assist you. Thank you so much, Lawrence, and do enjoy the rest of your day. We'll go for a quick turn. And when we come back, Akosia's favorite, my favorite, your favorite, lawyer Anoche joins us. We'll be doing some history and a whole lot. So don't go anywhere. This is still the Max Money Life. We'll be right back.